Remember that you're actually growing.
That was good. You think you're struggling. Actually, we're growing, which is good. Right before I came on this live, Fear, You Will Never Be Welcome Here Anymore is the song that was playing. And I'm just like, yeah, like, I'm over fear. Like, I'm over fear. I'm over expectations of other people. I just know that I am going to walk my life out daily according to what my daddy told me to do. Like, my kids, I love them so much, but they are not going to work my nerves either. I have forgiven myself because I have not been the perfect parent, because I parented for most of their lives in this world. I'm in this new world, so it's like a whole new journey and a whole new world, and it's a whole new me, and it's taken them a little bit of time to get used to this new me, and it's just like, get used to it, because this is what it is. Especially my oldest son. I know he struggles. Well, my youngest son, they both struggle, but you know what? It's gonna help them grow, because they need to understand, like, this is who mom is now, and the way that it used to be, not the same anymore. And their little guilt trips that they try to put me in, it's not gonna work either. And they just really think that I haven't lived through anything, and that when I tell them stuff or give them advice, or try to cultivate them, because that's what, as a parent, I am supposed to do. Is I'm supposed to be training them and cultivating them and building them up and teaching them, and they just think I don't know what I'm talking about. And it's just like, I have lived a whole life. Like, I do know. I have been through some things. Just because I'm settled into a career sort of a career. I mean, I work for a good company and I have good benefits. Not that it's going to be my lifelong career, but it's what I'm doing right now. But dude, why are you braking? You're not even going the speed limit. Let me. And see, you know what? People have been pulling in front of me and doing crazy stuff in front of me on the road today. And I've just been having to really be like, Lord, and then pray for them. Because I'm like, you know what? Maybe they're in the rush. Maybe they're having a family emergency. Let me not spaz out and get myself upset because they don't want to know how to drive. And they want to try to come over in my lane where I clearly am. Like, just like this car just now. It's okay. I'm okay. That you just wanted to come in my lane, because guess what? This car is about to get out of my lane because he needs to get back in his own lane. Anyways, took me all the way off of my subject, because I really came on here just really talk about how when I say things to my children, I say it out of experience. I have the job that I have because I didn't just get it. I've worked numerous jobs to get to the point where, yes, I make good money. Yes, I have the luxury of working from home. Yes, I have the luxury of having my own office and getting to do whatever I want in my office. Yes, my job has great benefits and my job allows me to make my own schedule. But it didn't just happen overnight. It wasn't something that just instantly happened. I've worked manual labor. I've worked fast food jobs. I've served a lot. But even in serving, I make good money because it's no matter, we have to do it with excellence. And even when I was in the world, I still had that mentality. So it's just, coming into the kingdom, that is instilled in me just naturally. And that everything that I do it with excellence as much as I can, to the best of my ability, without, beating myself up or trying to overwork it, because, he loves me regardless, no matter what I do or what I don't do. I know he loves me, and that's an amazing feeling. However, with the love that he loves me with, that just gives me the drive and the desire for whatever I do, that I want to do it to please him. If I'm going to do something, like, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm going to get all the information that I need to get. Like yesterday, my oldest son, he really, he got me out of my element, because it's like, he's had 2 cars, didn't work out, he's had several jobs, and so with this new job, I'm like, oh, you're going to be catching the bus, and he wanted to try to manipulate the amount of time, not understanding that, okay, even if you get to this bus stop that's closer, yes, it's going to be less time, but ultimately it's coming from the same location that's closer to the house. And he just wasn't grasping that whole idea. And I'm like, listen, I'm not going to put aside my employment to try to get you to a closer bus stop to get to this job that you better keep, because at this point he ain't got no choice but to keep this job. Okay, yes, what are you really doing in life? I'm gonna let you go. But yeah, and I just really kind of got caught up in that last night. Now with these temperatures dropping and it getting cold out, I don't work until this evening, so I did go ahead and take him to work today, just trying to show him some grace, because I'm trying to teach him grace as well, because, you know, pointing out everything that he's doing wrong, everything that he's doing wrong is not the best approach, especially, you know, with young men. Like, I don't know what it's like to be a man. I have no clue what it's like to be a man. So me trying to raise 2 men is difficult. So I have to trust in my daddy and lean on him a lot, because I'm like, whoo, I don't know. I don't know. So it's just one day at a time. So yeah, but even in me taking him, I'm like, okay, yeah, it takes 15 minutes to get there, but you have to take into account of traffic, of the weather conditions. There are other factors. You can't just know, yeah, it's a 15-minute drive. That's if there's nothing blocking you. That's if there's no hindrances. And the fact that he has to be there at 3:30, like, okay, you have to take into account school buses and different things. And it's just, I'm trying to instill, like, we have to take a bunch of different things into account in our lives and everything that we do. And even in this walk I'm in, I have to take into account that, okay, I'm trying to share the gospel, trying to share the love of Christ. And it's like, I have to take into account that everything that I do is going to be measured. Every word that I say is going to be measured. And sometimes I can get quick to judge people, but then I have to step back and say, I don't know what they're really going through. And let me not judge so quickly versus pray. Pray for them. Pray for their deliverance. Pray for their healing. Pray for whatever they are lacking to cause them to have fallen short in that area that they have fallen short in. Even if it's something that just boils my blood. And I just have to pray, and then also kind of discern, like, when I need to step back and when I need to distance myself at the same time, because, you know, the more that we draw near to him, the more he reveals and the more that he shows. And it's so critical that we are aware of who we are letting lead us, who we are even like listening to, as far as music goes and as far as like teachings go. Thank you for letting me over. See, I know how to switch lanes properly. Other people, they just be trying to get over and stuff. Like me, like, I take into account that, guess what? I don't want to, first of all, I'm not about to let myself get hurt. So I'm avoiding accidents as much as I can. Second of all, I do have insurance and I do have full coverage, but that's fine. But even to the accident that I had 2 years ago, This girl backed into me on a major road and pulled off, but luckily she stopped, even though I didn't have her recorded. But to make a long story short, she didn't have insurance. So that's when my uninsured motorist coverage picks up along with my full coverage insurance to protect me. But it's like I still had to pay a deductible. So we still have to be conscious of the things that we're allowing. Even if we're covered, we have to be ready to extend that sort of grace to have the cover, because everything is not blessed. Everything is not going to work exactly how we plan it out to work. There's always going to be detours. I had a big 10-year detour in my life, but it was all for a reason, and I can rest in that and not beat myself up so much for it, because it's like I learned a lot in my 10-year detour. I can honestly say I've learned a lot that I could probably help a lot of women avoid in their future, because if they want to listen. Because another thing is with this generation, they just really don't want to listen. Like, I am one that I will take counsel, because I've made plenty of mistakes. So if I make a divine connection with someone who has been there, done that, I'm going to seek counsel and I'm going to take heed, because not only is that person taking time out to pour into me and share their experience with me, I need to have enough respect to receive it and to take heed to it, and just know that they're coming from a place where they've already been there, done that. So I choose to learn from others' mistakes so I can avoid mistakes. And that's all I'm trying to just really instill into my boys and anyone else I come in contact with. So I just know that this season right now, I mean, any season, and like, I'm going to say in this season, I've learned that praying and fasting is important. Praying is just important, period. Being in constant communication with my daddy is like crucial. I have to consult him. Now, I don't consult him in like, what do I wear today? Or like little stuff like that. Sometimes maybe for certain events, I'm like, okay, I need you to guide me what to wear to this particular event on occasion, but not on a daily basis. But I just say that to say that right now, especially with this bad weather that we have that's coming, that's about to sweep the nation, because I'm like, even my youngest son, ooh, ooh, he tried to really like not go to school today, because he's like, oh, it's going to be super cold and it's supposed to go into the negatives today. And then he calls me today when he got out of school, because I wasn't home, and was asking him how he was supposed to get in the house. And I'm like, well, call your brother, because he's there to let you in. And he's like, well, he's not answering and I don't have my coat on. I'm like, you don't have your coat on? Oh, I had to hang up the phone. And then when I got home, we had to have a conversation, because what possessed you to not be prepared for today? You came to me last night trying to get out of going to school today because of the weather. Then you call me today and you tell me that you're outside of the house and you don't have a coat on? Really? Then he wants to use the excuse, I layered up. Okay. Okay. You layered up. That's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. And I'm just like, you know what? I can give you the counsel that I'm going to give you. It's up to you whether you're going to take it. And if you come to me talking about you're sick, I'm not going to have any sympathy for you, Because when you know better, you do better. And that's really the season of my parenting. That is the season of my parenting right now. Because I'm like, you know what? No more excuses. I'm not dealing with excuses. And I'm not making any more excuses. I did that for a long time. I made excuses for my kids for a long time. I made excuses because of the guilt I felt by not training my children up in church. Like when I got saved, it was like, oh my gosh, like I have been missing out on so much, like for so long. Like I can't believe this. And then it's like when you're trying to get teenagers to understand this, that they've seen you a certain way for so many years, their whole lives, and then you're trying to make this change, and then they're just like, they don't understand it. But it's just like, I've been in this walk for 5, going on 6 years. No, going on 5 years. Going on 5 years. And yes, it's been a journey. And I probably have only really tightened all the way up over the past like 2 years. Really, really strong this past year. Like, the more the Lord is just revealing to me, like my walk has like accelerated. And it's to the point where I'm like, okay, I've apologized enough. I've forgiven myself for not training them up, but I trust that God is going to fill them in those spaces. And I just live my days out trying to be the best example that I can be. And no more excuses. Either way. Oh gosh. This is my favorite song. This is like my life. You're one step away from home when you see nothing but damaged goods. I see something good in the making, not finished yet. When I see wounded, he sees mended. Savior gets on me for singing the wrong words. I'm like, I don't care. God knows what I'm singing to him. He knows my heart. But this is Mended by Matthew West. You guys should YouTube it. It's an amazing song. What grace has won. It's not the end. This is the perfect song for me. I'm sitting outside of my house right now, just looking at it. Because if I pull in my driveway, the signal's gonna get confused. And I wanted to finish this video. And then this song came on. Can you guys hear it? One step away from home when you see nothing but damaged goods. I see something good in the making. I'm not finished yet. When you see wounded, I see mended.
I see my child.
My beloved, new creation, you're becoming. You see all the way you fell, but I see the stories that they tell. You see worthless, I see priceless. You see a pain, but I see a purpose. You see unworthy, undeserving, but I see you through eyes of mercy. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I see healing beyond belief.
He's healing me, you guys. He's healing me. He is not finished with me yet, you guys. Can you imagine when he's finished? Woo! I see mended. You're one step away from home. Nothing but damaged goods. I see something good in the making. I'm not finished yet. When you see wounded, I see. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. You guys should definitely look that song up because that song and Beautifully Broken, like, I am not even. See, here he go. Here he go. Play all the songs that like I just need to hear to just help confirm, because you guys know what? I have been broken for so long, and it really took me probably just within the past month to just really admit that, like, I've just been stuffing stuff down and pushing stuff back and just holding on to stuff and just really giving the enemy room to work and to torment me. And I'm not going to stay in that state. I am ready to receive my healing. And I understand it's not going to happen overnight, and it's a process, and this process is still going. But I mean, the first step is just to understand and admit that there's some broken pieces, there's some fragmented pieces that I'm still trying to get to the bottom of. And who knows if we'll ever really get to the bottom of it, but we just have to trust in God and trust how much He loves us. And He loves us no matter what. But the world makes us think that we have to have this performance. This song is amazing. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Ooh, oh, you say I am loved when I don't feel the pain. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. I believe. You guys, I believe. Like, woo! I'm gonna turn this on down, turn this video on off, and let you guys get on with your day. But I just have to go ahead and come on and see Saber's calling me. I know he sees me out here like, what are you outside doing? You guys be blessed. Have a blessed day. I'm going to just ignore his call so that I can end this video properly. Be blessed. Listen to those songs. Get into some praise and worship. Make sure you're praying and communicating with God daily. Like, it's so important. Daily bread is so important. Just think, if you don't eat or don't drink water, like, you're going to get weak. He's our daily bread. We have to eat Him daily. We have to feast on Him daily. So, have a great day.